All right. In 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to the Kewlcast. I'm your host for the day, Preston, aka Scotty Bird, joined by my co-host Travis.
Hello.
And co-host David.
Hi.
Okay.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
If we don't disappear again.
I guess that's all
Yeah.
I have to say.
I guess that's it.
It's the end of the road.
Something like that. Yeah, we kind of I got this funny thing I've had sitting in my Google Doc. I've got a Google Doc called Podcast Talkies. If I ever have a topic that I want to like talk about, I'll like jot it down there so I could use it for later. But I had a funny. It's called Funny Urinal Thought. Sometimes I'll sit there like while I'm at work, I walk and I just got a lot of silence. All I do is think. Sometimes I'll start thinking like, well, if I'm peeing and someone's waiting but looking at their phone is to not seem like they're staring, I would want to look back at them just in case they're faking looking at their phone to stare at me. But if I'm looking at my phone to show that I'm not looking at them, I would want to look at them in case they look at me to see if I'm lying about looking at my phone to not look at them.
I would just turn around and piss all over them.
Yeah, how's
All
that?
right, next question.
How's that for an opening? That wasn't a question.
You do not have room to negotiate here. This was not a hypothetical.
So that's something that's been sitting on in my Google Doc for like a good solid month or two.
It's like that one thoughts that just kind of make you uncomfortable of whenever you sit down, like take a number 2 in the toilet, your buttholes are actually connected to another person's like butthole that's also on the toilet at that moment. So it's like an interconnected web of buttholes.
Is
I
it
don't-
too
I don't-
late to
I don't-
request
I
my
don't think it's like
leave
that.
from this project?
No, it's not.
You gotta have 48 hours in advance.
Okay.
Wasn't that a TV show, 48 Hours? Just
Yes.
a bunch of people who hated their jobs.
No.
Alright.
I don't know what show you're talking.
But yeah, I hate encounters like that. Where it's just awkward. Oh, I'm not actually doing that, and you're trying to play the part, but you have to like see if you're convincing them. If you're playing the part.
That's not even a thing that's ever happened. That's just a thought of like, what if?
Oh,
What
yeah,
if
no.
sometime when I'm peeing, someone looks at their phone, to occupy themselves, but I want to look back from the urinal to see if they're not like peeking up from their phone, just looking at their phone. But then when I'm on my phone, I want to look at them to see if they're looking at me to see if I'm bluffing about them bluffing. So it's a giant game of hypothetical chicken.
I don't know why that reminded me of my daily like awkward conundrum of like if I'm in a crowded space and I'm on my phone, I am very cautious of how I hold it because I don't want to look like I'm recording someone.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before.
I can't say I've ever had that.
My dad almost got into an encounter, actually. Some guy, he was waiting in my uncle's parking lot in some apartment complex. And my dad was on his phone, back then when they had flip phones. He was sitting there playing on, texting. And this guy comes up. Hey, yo, what you doing, man? He thought he was recording him, threatened my dad with that. I was like, well, I wasn't recording you. So that is a very real possibility.
Yeah,
You should be afraid, Travis. Be afraid for
I'm
your life.
afraid. I'm terrified.
No, but the encounter, not that exact encounter, Preston, but the encounter where it's like when you think you might recognize somebody, so you look up at them, but then they see you looking at them. So while you're not looking at, in the corner of your eyes, you see them looking at you. So you look up at them because you see them looking at you. And now you're both looking at each other.
And
And
I
it's just
looked at
super
him,
awkward.
and he looked at me.
So crap like that.
If I'm ever walking around the store and I like make eye contact with someone, I'll I'll lock eyes, but I'll lock my eyes in place and keep walking, so it looks like I'm trying to look at something behind them.
Oh,
yeah.
that is so clever.
And I've never had anyone what the hell?
I point at my crotch. I point at them and I give them a thumbs up, like nice crotch, bro. All right.
Is that the end?
So how you boys been this week?
Yeah, how have we been doing? Work.
Got relocated, didn't you?
Yeah, last Sunday, not today, but 7 days ago, I started work at a new location, had to transfer out for personal reasons. And so far, it's a net neutral experience. I'll kill you. The experience is net neutral. There's some cons, but there's also some pros. So it ultimately it's just like, I mean, it's okay. That's like the best way to describe it. The distance of the drive is the exact same. I'm not driving any farther, but I am eating more gas because it is a farther distance. The speed limit just doesn't go below 55 ever, so I'm able to go faster for longer. So it's kind of like that, where it's like, well, I'm not driving for a longer amount of time, but
it is still a longer distance.
Yeah, so it's a bunch of like this is but that's, both negatives and positives. So it's just like different locations, same shit. So I've been very neutral about it.
I know how standardized Walmarts usually are. Is this like, has it been hard like adjusting to this new Walmart, or is it really just like snap in place?
It's definitely different, but for the most part, like, it's a bigger store. It's a much bigger store.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, it's like, well, if I want chips, like, they're not gonna exactly be on A22 and A23 anymore, like the old location. But you can pretty much like find where they're going to be within like an aisle or two's distance. Like, it's they're not in the exact same spot, but they're close enough where I pretty much already know. Some things are different. Like the snack aisle used to be on, give me 2 seconds, used to be on aisle A20 and A21. Now they're on A5. Right next to the freezers, like our frozen vegetables and whatnot. That's a really weird one. That's a very different one. The coffee is against the back wall. That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, I've never seen a Walmart have snacks right by the freezers.
Yeah, no, it's really strange.
Well, I don't want to dox myself.
Oh.
Just say, I know the one by our house, a neighborhood Walmart, they have their they move their coffee right next to the freezer aisle, which is really weird. And also the school supplies aisle. They're half of it.
There's school supplies at a neighborhood Walmart?
Yeah, like pencils, compasses, calculators, little notebooks and stuff.
God, I guess it's been a while since I've been to one of those. Last time I went to a neighborhood Walmart, I went to 2 different ones. And that was back when they were brand new, so they were literally like what they used to be, of just food.
Oh,
like
yeah.
There's nothing else in that store but like food, or
I know,
not including like impulse merchandise, but
yeah, it's crazy because I know some Walmart, like neighborhood Walmarts, have their own gas stations out, like actual Walmart owned gas stations, not like a Raceway or some other. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think
So.
they're called what, Murphy's or something.
Yeah, Murphy's Express or something.
Yeah.
Actually, this one by my house has one. Crazy. Another friend with long hair. I think it was a mutual of me and Travis's. So I don't know if it was mutual of Preston, but he worked there, or I think he still works there.
Did he? Because
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that had the loaf. Dog. Yep. Yeah, that guy.
I don't know a single friend like that works at Walmart that I knew before I started working at Walmart.
Yeah.
There was that brief time where I was working technically in the
True.
same
Oh, yeah.
location.
That's so true.
Yeah, get the Walmart bros in here, bro.
Let's see. Aside from the new location, I've been slacking on literally everything I do. As expected, the whole denture procedure, I was like, oh, it's gonna mess up my rhythm and everything, and it did. But also, shame on me. I never tried to like get back into it. I'm getting it back now, but it's been like a month,
Yeah.
so it's been a little rough and shaky and whatnot. So
Eh.
it's something weird to ease back into.
Yeah. Don't beat yourself up too hard because it is pretty. Like losing that many teeth is still pretty. That is a big procedure. So.
No, it's just one of those things where I had just started to build a habit of it, and then immediately had to take at least a week to not do it straight, and that immediately broke the habit. But I just also never made an attempt to try and start it as soon as I can. Like I was just being lazy about it.
That's fair. Hey, you've been working your butt off sometimes, you know.
Sometimes
you gotta have a little squish. And you have plenty of opportunity to do that. Yeah. With this new location. You know what I'm saying? Get into a new groove, kind of restart in a way.
Nah.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of
second-
changes hit you at once. So, like,
The-
I think you have a valid excuse.
Yeah.
The funniest
Sometimes-
thing about the Walmart is I have not changed an ounce of what I do. Like I'm like the second I clock in, I'm just immediately in Walmart mode. Like I
He's
did
immediately
not,
in the bathroom, standing at a urinal, staring at the dude behind him.
But that is like I was expecting to like act a little different at least. No, I'm just like I just immediately like straight face and just like pushing my stupid little cart around and what have you. Like I do not act or I did not change an ounce when it came to going to a different store. It's just been everything else around it, which is so fucking stupid.
Find an elderly woman that looks like she's off her meds and just go, watch this and spit your teeth out at her. Or some child.
I hate you so much. I just want that to be on the record.
Any Travis, you can do it. You're just jealous of Preston because he can do it, huh?
A little bit.
Don't be.
Travis got that Godzilla roar down pat.
That's so true.
That's a true
I get that
bestie.
reference.
Our podcast viewers would get that reference if they watched a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
However long ago that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell now.
How about you, Travis? How you been?
Recovering from our new hobby.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Context for the viewers. Not still, just that's been
Oh,
the
okay.
majority of the week. Me and David have taken up a lot of fishing in our
Oh,
spare
yeah.
and we went it was this most recent Monday, right?
Yeah, I think it was from Sunday night into Monday morning.
Yeah, Sunday night we night fished, didn't really sleep. I slept for maybe 30 minutes, turned around and went day fishing during the eclipse or just before the eclipse.
Yeah, right before the eclipse.
My white ass managed to get one of the worst sunburns of my life.
Oh, yeah.
So, that was fun.
It was really fun.
I've just been being lazy and recovering from that.
That's fair. Kind of same. I know this week we've been getting our house ready for the bug bombing, so in between I just go like, you know what, I got time to kill, so I just go out fishing. So, and I know last night we just got back from, one night stay at the hotel, let the house air out and whatnot, and come back in, do all the cleaning. So that's been most of today. Matter of fact, just got back from fishing. Caught 4. Yeah, my father caught 2 little pinfish, and I caught 2 pinfish. So, cry vegans. I didn't eat them, just threw them back.
You just poked
Catch
a good
and
hole in
release.
him.
Yeah, but then we went and ate at Sonny's afterwards. So, cry
Yes.
vegans.
Dude, Sonny's is so good.
Honestly, they have a catfish sub.
Excuse me?
Yeah, have you all ever had catfish before?
Yeah, of course.
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, really?
Really?
I've had a lot of fish. I can't recall if I've ever had catfish though.
Oh wow, it's pretty.
Oh.
It's really good.
Dude, you know where the three of us need to take a trip up to?
David's catfish house.
No.
Okay.
It's oh fuck. It's just barely past the Alabama border. Oh fuck! They throw the rolls at you, or at least they used to.
No. Starts with an M.
Hold on.
I know what you're talking about. Have you ever been there, Travis?
No.
Oh yeah, they
It
stopped
sounds
doing the
boring.
rolls because of COVID.
Yeah.
But thankfully I got to go there a couple times before. I know what you're talking about.
Lambert's.
Lambert.
We need to take trips to Lambert's because they have some of the most fucking delicious catfish I've ever tasted. Dude. I hate that my body does not like seafood because like the catfish,
Really?
I'll eat like a catfish and a half, and my stomach will just. It's not like I'm gonna throw up. Or it just like makes me feel really.
Indigestion.
No, not even that. I just feel like I woke up sick. Like all more like that kind of.
That's what
just kinda
cinnamon does to me. So yeah, I get that.
It's so weird because like I love the food, but it's just anytime I eat like primarily seafood in a single meal, like it makes me feel like I felt like shit since I woke up. It's so weird. I don't understand it, but it is some of the best catfish I've ever had. Oh my god,
I don't even know if I've had catfish there. When I think about it, might have.
it's so good. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That'd be. Go on.
Speaking of funny restaurant gimmicks that stopped due to COVID, I miss the peanut shells and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Outback Steakhouse.
I think it was any steakhouse around here would do it really.
True. Yeah.
Oh, Texas Steakhouse. Heart.
Or we also got Longhorn Steakhouse.
Long what?
That's in front of the mall.
Long what?
Shut up. Hold on.
Go to Horny Jam.
Crack it.
But
Tish.
oh,
Huh?
but
Yeah, I almost
Anyways.
killed my. On the topic of food, I almost killed my fucking girlfriend because when I was driving home.
when you were hungry, you're like, man, I'm so hungry. I can eat a. I need
Eat.
yeah, you gave your side eye to your girlfriend, bro.
So, I didn't eat anything on my last 15 because I knew we had leftovers, and I even bought more hot dog buns. Give me a chili dog.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't eat anything on my last 15, and I'm a hungry ass boy, man. But I was doing good. I was like, all right, I'm gonna drive home or whatever, and she just goes like, man, I'm so hungry. Like I'm craving Arby's or Sonic's. My brain immediately clicked on a Sonic like fucking tater tots, and I was like, you fucking whore. Why would you do this to me?
You need to have a button on your car where you just press it and the passenger door opens and the seat button buckles.
Ejectocito, cuz.
Not even. It just drops them onto the ground. They just roll until they stop.
Yeah, so before I got home, like for a 10-minute drive, all of a sudden I was really, really hungry.
That's when you drink a lot of water.
No.
You sit down and drink a lot of water.
No.
That
Got
sounds
some thirsty.
awful.
For real?
Drinking a lot of water on an empty stomach.
Yeah, dude. I
that's
don't
like
know
a
why people
quick way
say
to
that. That's
throw up.
water is the last thing I want when I'm hungry.
For
'cause
real?
It just makes me feel worse. Yeah.
Water is like when I'm eating food, I do not like to drink water. If I'm not eating food, water is the only thing I like to drink. But the second I'm like, all right, time to sit down and have lunch, I do not want water with my food. Period. I don't like I could drink it, but like if there's another option readily available, I will pick it over water. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Because I guess the reason why people say it's because most of the time you're not actually hungry. You're just thirsty. You don't realize that. That's why a lot of people boredom eat. They're like, man, I'm hungry, but I just ate. It's probably because you're thirsty, dehydrated. Or two, because, you know, you can last a lot longer on just water than you can food. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to eat, then you'd call it a water fasting where you just don't eat and then drink for however many hours or days.
Most people do that with tea, right?
Yeah, I think so, actually, yeah.
I've
Yeah,
heard-
you can't
I've
have
heard
sugar.
tea is a pretty good alternative to water for a liquid fasting.
Yeah, the only problem is I heard somewhere that coffee and tea dehydrates you, and I've never fact checked it. I doubt it, but
I wouldn't say it could make you dehydrated, but it definitely dries out your mouth. At least on the coffee front,
Huh.
I can absolutely attest to that.
Travis, what do you say to that?
I agree with Preston.
I've
Like-
never had coffee dry my mouth out.
If you drink water beforehand, you probably won't feel it. But like, wake up first thing in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I don't touch a drop of water. I just instantly go make a cup of coffee, and I drink my coffee next to black. It's like half of a tablespoon of sugar, like maybe a 15th of a tablespoon of like some powdered creamer, and then like half a packet of sweetener, like almost straight black. And like most days I'm fine, but there's some of those days that I'm just sitting there like I should drink some water.
Yeah, I've definitely been there. Because the last thing I want when I'm thirsty is coffee, and I think subconsciously that is because like I feel dehydrated after drinking coffee a lot of the time.
Maybe
Yeah,
just have
thank you, David.
maybe I just have I was going, maybe I just have a caffeine addiction because when I'm thirsty, the first thing I think of is like, go for some coffee, and it'll be like 10 p.m. Whoops.
Yeah, you have a problem.
You have a problem, shits pants. I'm a weird middle ground. I think I'm indifferent on coffee. Like, if I'm really, really thirsty, I'd much prefer water, but like I can still down a cup of coffee. But like, I don't know, like I don't, as weird as this to say, I'm not the biggest fan of coffee, to be
That's
completely-
fair.
Like, I'm extremely indifferent on it. The main reason I drink coffee is just to get me out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
Because breakfast isn't good enough. It's like, come on, time to get out of bed and turn on the oven, put a pan on. It's like, just, all right, get out of bed, turn the coffee pot on.
Yeah.
That's what I get to climb out of bed with.
Oh man, no. I used to be the same. Like the only reason why I liked coffee because I only got into it because, in fact, I got into it because Travis got me into it. After school, we'd stop by a Dollar General or whatnot if we were walking somewhere and pick up like a monster coffee. Didn't really like coffee before that, but then I started working at Burger King. I used to see coffee the same way, Preston. I'd be like, I don't really like it, but it's nice to wake up to it, like just that caffeine rush. You know what I mean?
Not even
And
the
then-
caffeine. Like, caffeine.
It's just a treat.
Yeah, it's purely just the feeling of just sitting there with a hot cup
Yeah.
of liquid in my hand. That is it. Like, the caffeine in coffee does next to nothing to me.
It does nowadays. It doesn't, but it used to.
It's never. I think I might drink decaf.
Oh,
I don't know.
I drink mine.
I don't ever notice a difference before or after coffee. Mainly because I drink it the second I fucking wake up. So it's.
We get
But
the.
like, on the days I skip coffee, I don't feel any different.
Huh.
I can
No.
take a cup of coffee to bed. Like I can drink
Yeah.
a cup of coffee and immediately go to sleep. It does not affect me.
I will admit, when your mom made me that cup of coffee, that's your mom, by the way.
I'm sorry. That
was
rolled
little-
off like a joke.
No, she made me that cup of coffee when I picked Travis up. Was it the same day? No, that's when we went to Preston's house.
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah. Or his mom offered to make me a cup of coffee. I will say it didn't wake me up as much as I would like to because I still got to Preston's house and I was dead tired from all that driving. But I will. But my family always gets like the darkest kind of coffee we can, and then we put our coffee pot on like the extra strong mode, so the water drains out slower, has more time to sit with the coffee beans, makes it super dark tasting. I love that rich taste.
Yeah, like, I think my favorite kind of coffee and my favorite way to prepare it is the what is it called, Death Wish coffee or whatever, whichever packaging is the purple kind.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
That kind of coffee, and usually with the coffee pot you'll put like 4 cups of water per 1 scoop. Like, I will double filter, double scoop, and put maybe 3/4 of a cup, and then it comes out so rich.
Maybe that's why my cups of coffee. I didn't know people had measurements in their mind. I just scoop coffee until I'm happy, and then
The
throw
scoop,
water in.
when I say the scoop, there's specifically a scoop that we've just always had around the house that I started using for coffee.
Okay, Travis, do you do the same? Do you
Gross.
scoop it, or do you like just like that looks good and then
Look,
put water? through it?
my coffee making methods don't involve a coffee pot.
Keurig?
Look, nah, dude. Y'all are
French
about to
press?
bleed into this debate that I've been saving for the podcast for a long time.
I've got
y'all should know
disconnect.
me.
I'm hovering over disconnect. Whatever you say is on the line.
Fuck you. Iced coffee is superior.
Okay, yeah, I actually agree with that.
Hmm.
Hot tea, in my opinion, is better, but iced coffee is the
Nah.
best.
Yeah.
Anything, almost anything is better cold.
But how do you brew it if it
Nah.
doesn't get hot?
It's a instant coffee recipe my sister taught me.
If it, oh, can I try some?
Yeah, I need milk, and we like never have milk nowadays. So next time I have the shit to make it, yeah.
Just tell me what you might need help with, and I'll just bring that, like, bring a container of milk. No, I will say, instant coffee. I mean, I'll try the thing before I say anything, but instant coffee, does not.
It's not
do it.
great. I got sick of it pretty quick, but it's
Yeah.
still the only valid way I can easily make iced coffee at home that I found.
I see.
This take
That-
does not upset me because I know that you've had this take and we have argued on it one too many times. However, you have said something new that I can't help but squint my eyes at, and that cold things are almost always better than hot things.
Yeah, I'm
That's-
impressed.
I stand by it.
That is a hill to die on, but I'm glad you're dead.
Yeah.
Give me an example.
Hot Pocket.
Okay, I need drinks here. I need drinks here.
No, even on drinks, like, I don't know. There's
hot tea,
there
hot
are
cocoa.
yeah, I was gonna say hot chocolate. There's a lot of drinks out there that, yeah, of course it's gonna be better cold. Like any soda, any like amount of anything carbonated.
Yeah.
I doubt you're gonna find a good hot carbonated. But the drinks that are hot rarely, like they're a cornerstone of being hot. But that's
Yeah.
just me. Like any chance I can get a hot drink, I fucking love it. Like coffee.
I get a
like-
little extreme about it for the sake of exaggerating the argument, but I do think I prefer just. What the fuck? I do think I prefer most things cold. There is one exception: hot cocoa. Y'all got me there.
Yep.
Got me there.
This is weird, but I prefer my tea hot.
See, this depends. If it's like Lipton tea, like pre-made tea, like already in a bottle, yeah, that's on the same par as like soda. Like, but like proper
kinda,
tea
yeah.
you make yourself, hot.
Yeah,
has
tea
to be
bag.
hot. Yeah, has
Yeah.
to be hot.
Okay, good. I add milk to mine, a little bit of sugar.
See, I've tried David's coffee. I've tried the way David makes tea a couple years ago, and
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
it is good. But I just
love
can't
it.
shake the like. I just
That's
like
fair.
it better when it's iced.
That's one of those things where I accept I live in the South, so I'm a minority in preferring my tea hot.
Right.
Okay, you want to hear? So this is funny because one of my topics are controversial attention/hate grabbing take, like, or I guess it's not quite what we're going along.
No, what you said
No.
sounds more like I only have the take to be controversial.
Yeah, no, that's literally the description. Whether you do or
Well-
don't, something you know will piss off the majority. So that's never mind. I completely scrambled
Yeah.
that.
I saw something on Facebook that made me just my toes scrunkle and cringe, but it was some gay guy that we all know. Actually, no, I don't know if we all know. But anyways, he posts, and he's gay. I know he's gay, but he posted that all men are bi. They just, they just don't want to admit it. But every man is actually willing to sleep with another dude. They just won't ever say that part out loud. And everybody in the comments are like, yeah, that's not a take.
I'll sleep with another dude, like sleepover party, like the three of us slept with each other in the living room.
Hey, yo, this dude's hard.
But like sex with a man, no. Nah.
It's just one of those. It's like one of those takes where it has to be rage bait, like just make you
Yeah.
upset, like engage with it, and then
Unless it's that one video of the fucking like the black kid and he's got the really long tail. He's like, all men are submissive. It's natural. Like, did y'all know that video?
no, it's not
Uh,
that video. I haven't seen that one.
Really? Oh my god.
No, I haven't actually.
You have.
That's not ringing a bell for me.
I gotta find this. I found it. This is so stupid.
Are you watching your stream or are you sending it?
I could stream it. That's such a good idea. The audience gets to see it, kind of
Yes,
listen
sir.
to it. Share screen. There.
Oh, I got a headache in the top part of my head all of a sudden.
Lobotomy.
Dadgum.
Daggum.
Oh, that does look familiar. To be honest, it just looks like every TikTok.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Okay.
Oh,
Men
maybe
are not
so.
meant to be dominant. Men are meant to be submissive. They're meant to be worker ants. They're supposed to listen to women. You are a queen. They are worker ants. That's how the system is supposed to go. Because men do not have the ability to think for themselves.
Ability.
They don't have higher intellect. Women have to guide men to higher intellect. Because men are fucking stupid. We women
There's some
have to
crap
start.
that like
They
the
are
white
useless
women be
without
saying
letting
in
you do it.
for
They
ninth grade
want
English
to
class,
guide
Trev.
you.
They'd be like, so we read that Shakespeare play. What do you think? And this is some shit that redhead person would say. Come up with.
I've got a specific person in my mind.
Yep. Starts with the J.
Not them.
Okay. Start with a C actually.
Yeah, that video.
That is cringe.
The pinned top comment is, "Dear men, I salute you."
Oh my goodness.
Man, that video. That's all I could think of there. It was like, men are not meant to be dominant. Men are submissive. They are worker ants.
Did he do it ironically? Like, that's what I'm
No,
trying to
that's
figure out.
genuine.
No, that's genuine.
That is.
I thought maybe it could have been like a really good bit.
You know, World War III doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, who is crapping their pants?
It's a water bottle.
Water bottle.
Oh man, it sounded like you're like crackling. You're rivaling Thor himself with how many thunder shots you can get in them pants.
Where there's rain, there's thunder. What was I saying? Right. I guess
Controversial takes.
the pseudo topic of this is just like your take that just so happens to be like you stand by it, but like you could understand that people probably aren't gonna like you for it.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I think
Sweet
Travis
tea.
is actually pretty great.
Wow.
I know not a lot of people would agree with me on that, but like I really think he's a great guy.
Yeah, I second that.
Okay.
What date is it?
It is
13
April
days
14th.
past.
All right,
what you're
yeah, we're
thinking.
we're 13 days past the mark here, boys. You can drop the bit.
No. But something I have stood by for a long time. Like I drink something I cannot drink that. Born and raised in Florida, sweet tea is fucking disgusting. I don't think I've ever like enjoyed a cup of sweet tea ever. Like any like tea that's in the gallon or what, like the only tea I like that's not like Lipton tea or whatever is like the herbal teas, like the little sprinkle a little into your cup,
yeah.
like the genuine tea craft. But if it's like the put in your tea packets into the gallon, like Kool-Aid tea, like that kind of tea, if that makes any sense, like instant tea or whatever.
Yeah.
I just like iced tea. I think that's what it's called. Like iced tea, sweet iced tea. Like no, like Milo's tea. No, I don't like any of it. I don't think any of it's good.
The Milo's tea. Those are the ones in like the gallon jugs, right?
Yes, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like the grandmother tea.
those are very hit or miss. I had to be in a certain mood to like those. But like when it's home, like when people actually brew the tea themselves and then put ice into it, that's good. Can't beat that on a camping trip, honestly. I mean, I
legit-
prefer my tea hot, but
Yeah, legit, the only like teas I like again that aren't like pre-processed like green teas. Like green teas are fucking top tier, my favorite kind of teas. But like any other tea that I like is just herbal teas.
mm,
Like just like I like what are those called? Just like sweet teas, iced teas, whatever.
yeah,
I
iced sweet tea.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only iced sweet tea I like is Lipton iced sweet tea, but that's just because it tastes so close to green tea that it doesn't
Oh
bother me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm a big sweet tea guy, so.
Yeah, Travis. That's all he has at his house most of the time.
Well,
Night,
not lately. I do get sick of it quite often. I can see why people don't like it,
yeah.
but like some days, that can be the most refreshing thing on the planet.
Dude.
It's really good and convenient on camping trips. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Talking about refreshing drinks, like I was the
Make me
kid who like any liquid is refreshing to me. Like I will, I
Motor oil.
pretty much might as well. I remember it was a normal thing for me to like back when I had my skateboarding buddies. We'd be outside hot ass days in the summer, sweating my ass, going up and down. I'd like, hold on, guys, I'm gonna get a drink, and I'll come back out of the house with a glass of milk, a glass
Yeah.
of milk.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'll like sip
Dude.
on it, and I'll be fine. Like it would like milk never fucking like like hot like I don't know. I could drink fucking anything, and it'll be refreshing to me.
Wow.
Okay, I get
We-
that. 'Cause milk actually can be a pretty refreshing drink, but like
Yeah.
after a hot day,
Mhm.
bringing out a glass of milk,
Yep.
oh no,
Absolutely.
that's a vomit combo for me.
That's
I'm with
whole
Preston on
milk
that.
too.
I
Whole
still,
milk.
I'm still kind of on that. I never grew out of that of like food and liquid of any like you said like hot or cold, soggy, stale, whatever. I'll eat it. I'll drink it. You know what I mean?
I definitely draw the line at certain like
I'm not picky.
when it comes to food, I'm an enigma. Texture is such a
Yeah.
big thing, but there's definitely a point of I really don't care. Like when it comes to texture, like if a soggy food, unless it's truly meant to be eaten soggy, I guess mashed potatoes would be the closest thing that like it's genuinely a soggy.
What about
food.
pasta? Most
Quote,
pasta
unquote.
soggy.
Pasta's in its own thing because I guess soggy is like primarily based of water, whereas pasta is typically more like sauce. Like
Yeah,
it's soggy with
but-
sauce. I just mean like soggy, like liquidy, because sauce is more like thick. Like sauce is like its own food, I guess.
I guess I like my sauce a little more on the watery side, like runny side.
No, I'll still eat it. Like but I mean like when it makes the food like mushy, like mushy. That's
Oh,
what I mean
yeah.
by like soggy food, like that kind of texture. But
Oh,
I'm the guy who will like texture could like make or break a food for me, but then I'll also like have a slice of pizza on a plate. I'll put it on my desk. I'll go to sleep. I'll forget about it by the time I wake up. It'll be like 3 p.m. the next day. I'll look at it and go, oh shit, yeah, my pizza, and I'll eat that pizza.
yep. That's what I do.
The amount of times I have just left like a plate of dinner on my desk, went to sleep, and then ate it the next day. Didn't even put it back in the microwave. I do sometimes, but for the most part, like room temperature, just sat out all night. I will still eat it half the time. Not ramen. Do fucking not
No.
do not eat ramen that's been
No.
left out. That is
I can't even leave ramen sitting for like more than 5 minutes.
yeah. The second it soaks up enough water, it will either dry up if there's not enough water, or it will become so fat it becomes a texture thing. But like, for health reason, like ramen is if there's a food.
Health reason?
Yes, bacteria will swarm. Like, sure, there's leaving food out overnight, and it's like, oh, there's bacteria. Ramen could fucking kill you.
Okay, that's actually
Yeah.
good to know. I'm a very slow eater, so I take my time when I eat.
Now it's not like 2 hours and okay, but like if you leave it on your desk overnight, multiple hours, and then wake up in the morning, you don't. Ramen's not the food to do it.
I know what I'm doing.
The other foods are gonna be obvious ones, like a raw meat, like a sushi or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah,
Like,
fish,
of course.
shrimp.
But I feel like of all foods that are less than obvious, ramen is the Number
That is
one,
actually
do not.
something I don't even know.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I'm not picky. I mean, of course, I have my things that I go out of my way to get, but I'm not picky unless it will make me sick. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like, I won't eat raw oysters unless I know the place like is like guaranteed not going to get sick from. But even then, it's like I love oysters, and I think I've had raw oysters before. That they were good, but yeah, that's something food sickness is something I don't really like playing around with.
Yeah. We all need to
Throwing
get
up
together and
that
eat escargot and mussels.
Dude, I've always wanted to try escargot.
Bro, I was
It,
being
look, it
funny.
looks so good. Oh, dude, that's one of the foods. That and caviar, two foods I've always wanted to try.
Caviar, I'm interested in purely because of its status, but not enough to
Oh,
like actually spend the money on it. But
Yeah, I don't
escargot, never. There's never been one moment where like, I sure do want to slurp a snail from a snail shell.
Well,
Never.
My mom said that it was one of those meats that, and like, cause she went to France for a while, and she said it was one of those meats that they just kind of had everywhere. And she said they would put it in basically everything. Like you'd put it in
Yeah.
your pasta. And
Yep.
over there, my mom said when they make pasta, they don't make it like spaghetti, like how we think of it. Most of the time, it's like like just plain noodles, like just noodles that they boiled with
yeah,
sausage.
it's like a
or
ramen
escargot
shop.
thrown. Yeah, it was like,
Mhm.
and mom said you couldn't really taste it. Like you couldn't tell as a snail. It just went with everything you put it in. Just escargot.
Yeah. I'm sure that
So-
would be fine, but I'm talking about like people who like eat it like an oyster, where they'll slurp it
Yeah,
out of its
I
shell
wanna
like
I want
that.
to try that too. I do want to try that.
Have y'all ever had mussels?
Yes.
mussles.
I love mussels.
Travis, I will tell you now, you will hate it. It could taste so good. It is the consistency of boogers.
Yeah,
Like snotty boogers.
You can count me out right there.
but they taste so good, dude. If prepared right, I've had them taste ass.
It's like you ever get that one booger that you can feel like being pulled at. It's not like a hard booger. It's not like super watery, but it's like gelatinous almost. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's a mussel.
It could taste like a Whataburger chicken sandwich at that point. I ain't touching it, dog.
I've never had them that sloppy though.
It's not always like that. Mussels are. I want to say they're almost an inconsistent food. Like unless you're really good at making them, you're never gonna make them the same. But generally, that's kind of like a good ballpark. It's just boogers.
Talk about mussels or oysters.
Mussels.
Okay, yeah. But I really like both of them: clams, oysters, mussels.
You and
Really
Sean would
good.
make great buffet buddies. Like Sean fucking
yeah?
loves mussels.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think you two probably have a good palate together. That's
Yeah,
a weird
actually-
thing to say, but
It actually kind of makes sense because I know him and I got along on some other things, especially that Snoop Dogg wine.
oh yeah, y'all's
But-
oral palates just align.
This is so good. Maybe I should start doing shrooms and just like I don't know what are some things Sean does? Play D&D games.
Art. He does some
Art.
cool ass sewing with his pants. Like he put all those patches
Oh,
on his
that is
pants.
true.
Yes,
That
that
is
was
dope.
that was
I haven't-
really cool.
I guess I wasn't paying attention. He's a cool guy. I like Sean.
No,
I wonder
absolutely.
if Sean likes fishing.
I get Sean on the podcast one day.
yeah.
I just asked him, "Do you like fishing?" Yeah, it's all right. Kick him.
I mean, I guess.
Only if I can have shrooms while doing them.
The
Sean,
food
love you.
conversation is a weird one for me because I know
Yeah.
David definitely knows this. I don't know
The
if
what
I've ever like
conversation?
directly told Preston, but I am like awfully a picky eater, like to
Yes.
an awful extent.
No,
I
like-
know me and Travis, like I have, because we've talked about this a few times. Like I don't think we ever talked super. Well, we have once on PlayStation. I'm sure we have. There's no way, but like for the most part, we just always go like, yeah, if it's got a bad texture, I don't so and so, and either me or Travis will both go like, yeah, me too. Textures, no go.
Yeah.
No, but like Preston, you say, "Oh yeah, I'm picky." Not to crap on you, Travis, but what really got
Here
me,
we go.
I'm serious, was that one time you told me like you never had spaghetti or ravioli.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what shocked me. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, like he will prevent himself from eating, trying anything outside of his palate. Like-
It's bad. Yeah, that's why I don't go into it much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna judge you on that. I know. Well,
I will. Fucking 8-year-old.
Exactly. I have the palate of a fucking 5-year-old.
What's that? Hold on.
It's
Hold
not
on.
exactly something I'm proud of.
You just reminded me of this guy I used to see all the time on like Facebook videos. I think he's some British guy or something like that, but he has a massive following where he tries out food. And I say food as in not like where we would go to like some exquisite place. No, he tries out any food because all of his life was chicken-based meal ready eat type things, like chicken nuggets, like kid cuisines, like literally only chicken nuggets type thing. Like he grew up eating and I don't mean like stuff like that as in like, oh, chicken nuggets in there, oh, it's not, no, literally only like fucking years 4 to 8, all like that type of chicken food range was all he started a like vlog thing where he would try different foods, and you've seen him like you'd see him like pick up a French fry and he'd look at it like squint his eyes like, am I gonna do this? And he'll take a bite out of it. I don't think, as far as I know, he ever had a good reaction. He just had less bad reactions to some foods than others. Like that's immediately what I thought of, was like that dude genuinely like could not stomach any other food than that, like fucking chicken nuggies.
As long as you're healthy enough, I really don't care.
I want to find that guy. I want to see how he's doing. I want to see if he can eat other foods. But that's the first thing that came to mind was you mentioning that you didn't like step out of your taste range.
Yeah, it's not quite that severe, but
No.
Not anymore.
it's a like
You've
it's
gotten a lot better
genuine
at it.
mental block like that.
Yeah.
I look at a food and I'm like, oh, I could try that, and then it's like, it's too scary. You know?
You do that with a lot of stuff. Not to. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
What do you mean?
Not to hashtag me too.
Like I remember when you told me, like in 9th grade, you'd look at me and say, "Man, that's my kind of friend," but I'm too scared to like go say something to him.
Yeah, it's an anxiety thing. Not to like label it under, like, not to use it like certain kinds of people do as an intention thing, but it is kind of, that's a big part of it.
Well, I didn't mean to bring it up. Sorry, I kind of forgot we were recording ourselves, and I would have just brought that up as a friendly conversation. But yeah, no. Yeah, but I will admit, I will say, Preston, he's gotten a lot better at it. I'm actually proud of little dude.
Like I said,
honestly.
like me and Travis were both like on the same page of like really picky with food. Like I think in high school was like I did not like extend my palate until I got out of high school. That's when I was like, okay, well, I need to start trying some other kind of food. Like, I think in high school, me and Travis were probably on par. Maybe not on par. I think I was a little bit more out there, but still that little bit more out there was just like, I would try different kinds of instant foods, like ravioli or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But outside of that, like there's a lot of home cooked meals I couldn't eat, like corn. Couldn't stomach corn.
Really?
Yeah, no. Only recently have I actually like been able to eat. Like corn's fine now. Like,
it's one of my favorite foods. Just corn off the cob, corn.
See,
pepper.
corn on the cob, like that one. Like I don't remember if I ever liked or disliked it. I'll never know now because I can't really eat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can, but. Like I'm fine with corn now. Like corn's fine, but it's one of those foods where like I don't think I'd ever go out of my way to eat it. But one food that I doubt will ever redeem itself. Do you guys want to take? It's a vegetable. What is a vegetable that you guys feel could never ever be redeemed?
Peas.
Yes. Peas.
Dude, for real.
Peas are so fucking gross.
Actually, same.
Even if they taste good, the fact that they're just like mushy balls of like green film, no, dude.
No, I was gonna say totally different reason. No, I used to actually
No,
love
it's
peas.
for both reasons.
But,
The texture's bad, and they also just taste bad. They're like, it's also kind of the reason I don't like lima beans, because that like mushy inside has like the same like kind of weird feeling. It's almost a dry fucking feeling, despite how long you could boil those bastards or something.
I actually know what you mean. And I used to like that. I used to love peas, but one time I think I gave myself food poisoning on something. It was not related to the peas. The peas didn't give me food poisoning, but the strongest taste that I had while eating it were of the peas. And the next day I was throwing up, and all I could think about were like, man, them peas were disgusting. And ever since then, it's all I could think about when I'm eating pea. Like if I take a bite of something that has peas in it, that's what I taste. Just food poisoning.
Oh.
I do the same with Swedish fish and watermelon to a certain extent. No, man, that's kind of crazy though. Like, most of my friends are picky, and my parents were of the mindset of, if I didn't like what they were eating, I just wouldn't eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not gonna eat this, then you're just gonna go hungry. And I would sometimes. Like, I fucking hate shepherd's pie and tuna casserole. That was one of my dad's favorite. And meatloaf. I hate meatloaf.
I used to hate meatloaf for a long time until grandma the house could, like, she makes a good meat. Like, meatloaf with brown sugar on top is fucking gross. If you make a meatloaf without brown sugar, like that fucking crunchy hard casing on top, it is awesome. Like, it is. It's a weird combo, like ketchup on top of meat or whatever, but like. That's a make or break it for meatloaf for me. It's just fucking, if it has brown sugar on it, I will not eat it. That's just too many different flavors clashing.
I don't know why I never do like it, but I remember my grandma on my dad's side, she made a really good meatloaf. That was the only time I've ever liked meatloaf. It's really good too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, meatloaf, you have to find the right person who
Yeah.
find a person who cooks it a weird way. And
But
it'll be
it has
good.
such a funky taste to it. And like I said, I'll eat it if it doesn't make me sick, but I never did like it.
Yeah.
And also, Boy Scouts broke me out of being picky. Like, I'm telling you, when you're sitting there starving, like hiking, and all you have for lunch are these like
Squirrel don't
weird
sound too
canned
bad, man.
chickens that you like smear the chicken paste onto a cracker and eat. That actually was pretty good, though. I really liked it. Everybody else was too grossed out to even try it, so I was like, "Hey, free food for me." But you know, Boy Scouts breaks you out of being picky. I'll say that.
Yeah, I believe it. I've got as a sort of like last little tangent to go on a little bit.
Okay.
I want each of the three of us to give a vegetable that they like, that most people probably don't like, and a vegetable that they don't like that most people probably like. Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I'm trying to
You go
think of.
first, 'cause I'm trying to understand the question.
I'm trying to
So-
think of what the. Go
so-
on, Preston.
You're you're gonna say a vegetable that I like is blank, and that vegetable is gonna be something that most people in the world do not like. Like, if you were to say peas, like me and David, like the majority
like
don't like peas. That's what I mean. Like, having a not controversial, but
Oh, that's what they're called.
But an unpopular
Okay.
liking to a vegetable, and then have a vegetable that you don't like that most people do like.
I basically love all vegetables except peas.
Yeah,
But
same.
some of my favorite, though, I love corn, but one of my favorites are collard greens. I know a lot of people hate collard greens. I love spinach too, but a lot of people hate collard greens for whatever reason. I love collard greens, dude.
I know a lot of people don't like celery, right? I've seen a lot of that.
I don't like
A lot
celery.
of celery hate. Yeah, you hate celery.
I don't
fucking
hate it.
love celery, dude.
It's gotta be
absolutely
very
love it.
particular. Like, the celery at high school, top fucking tier.
High school.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Our high school had celery.
That's kind of.
Oh, I might be getting it mixed up with cucumber. I'm mixing it up with cucumber.
Travis,
Never mind.
Are you
Oopsies.
the kind of person that dips it into peanut butter?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Ranch.
I will say, when I was on that keto diet, I
Oh,
did do that
dude,
a couple times, but I've done some awful shit on keto.
I was gonna say, when you're on a diet, yeah, anything goes.
Meat sticks.
Meat sticks. So like beef jerky or the Slim
That's a
Jim.
vegetable?
What?
What?
No,
said meat.
he was saying I've done some awful shit on keto, and I said I remember the meat sticks.
The meat sticks? What?
Did you
Like-
not eat like a shit ton of meat sticks when you were on keto?
Like Slim Jims?
Probably.
Is that what you mean by meat sticks?
Yeah,
Like, what
kind
do
of
you
like
mean by
Slim
meat?
Jims.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Slim Jims or like beef sticks, I guess you could
I-
call
I
them. They're just
probably
like
did,
bigger,
yeah.
thicker Slim Jims.
I remember you being on it, but I remember nothing from.
Yeah, because keto, you can only eat meat, eggs, and like
Just natural.
anything without
organics.
carbs.
That's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a carbless diet.
No bread.
No bread.
bitches. Well, I guess your dad broke that, huh? Your dad has too many bitches. Your dad took
Yeah.
all the bitches from us.
Unfortunately.
So David likes collard greens. Travis likes celery. What is a vegetable that I like a lot? I think asparagus. I don't hear anyone ever give a liking to asparagus, but asparagus is make
Dude,
some good fucking like salt peppered like asparagus spears, fucking stir fried
Have you ever-
bitches. Ooh.
have you ever had pickled asparagus? That shit is to die for.
I don't eat pickled
Literally.
anything. That's
Oh,
just
really?
weird.
Like, I love vinegar.
Pickled
so.
pig's
Speaking of
feet, yeah.
Oh,
Do you guys consider like just pickles a vegetable?
cucumbers.
Good
They're
question.
cucumbers pickled.
Yeah, pickles
'Cause
are
if
the
we're
only
talking
pickled
pickles,
thing I do
that's
like.
my choice.
Dude,
For that
pickle,
don't like.
pickles are so fucking yummy.
I actually love pickles, except for sweet. I don't like the sweet pickles.
Dude, sweet pickles are the only like super sweet food I really like.
I used to-
Anything pickle, I could fucking dude, I'll go to town on
I used to love sweet pickles and hate dill pickles. Now I absolutely love dill pickles, and I despise sweet pickles. I don't know why.
it.
I
Let's
never
see,
understood getting those big old pickles from like baseball games or something.
Big Papa pickle. Big Papa pickle.
Okay, this is a controversial take. I really hate most pretzels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like stuff from the mall, like fresh pretzels that are fluffy and stuff, good. But just most pretzels, like I store bought from a baseball game, something, they're just too salty. I'm not a huge
Yeah.
salty fan.
I was gonna say, funnily enough, like if you give me a pretzel without any salt, that's really good.
So
I
good.
I love salt, but like just not on
Yeah.
a pretzel.
I can see that. A lot of pretzels are way too salty.
So
But knowing how bland my palate is and how bland pretzels are, they're like a go-to snack a lot for me.
the only time I'd ever like pretzels when I would go over to your dad's house, Travis, and that's what you had. And I'd be like, you know what? Watching Breaking Bad, munching on these aren't pretty
Did-
bad.
Did I know you guys during my era where I always had like a fucking huge bag of pretzels in my backpack?
Yep. Yeah, that's what you'd have at school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So David, now it's your turn to give a vegetable that you do not like that most people probably like.
peas. I can't think of any that I don't
Yeah, see,
like
No,
because
that's the weirdest thing is like I don't know very many people who don't like peas. A lot of people I know are like, oh yeah, peas are the shit.
oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I-
especially white people. It's like a staple in casseroles.
Oh,
Dude, if someone makes a casserole with peas in it, I respect them. I'm
Yeah.
not touching that.
Yeah, no, like I said,
Peas and mashed
Peas.
potatoes.
all they do is just make me feel sick. Cause okay, I'll tell you what it was. It was a after, like, you know, when you go on a Boy Scout trip, you always buy
Folded
food. You always buy
meat.
more than you would expect. So we bought these like weird freeze dried, like you just add water to them. And I got a beef stew, but it wasn't really a stew. What it was were these cubes that were supposed to soak up water and like act as beef stew. It was supposed to be like flavored. It was weird and it had a lot of peas in them. And I guess I didn't do it right or something. But the next day I was just throwing up so bad.
Any
It's
meat
nasty.
that's preserved in a way that's to soak up water to turn into the actual meat counterpart, I don't think I'd ever trust.
I don't think it even had meat in it. I think it was just flavoring. I don't know.
Somehow that's even worse, I think.
Yeah, no, it what?
Bouillon. Is that what it's called?
Bouillon.
It might have been.
Cooking.
No, bouillon is it's the bouillon's like flavor that dissolves in water. It's like
Yeah,
you'll throw
okay,
in like
that's
fine.
chicken, like chicken
No,
bouillon.
yeah, these were like, I guess the best way I could describe, like they're like tofu cubes that were supposed to soak. I don't know if they were tofu, but they were supposed to soak up the water, and they had the flavor or something in them. It was nasty, and I remember watching an Elder Scrolls Online video, be like, I wonder what this game is, and eating it and just feeling like, oh, this isn't making me feel well, and then just throwing it up, like.
That is another thing we got to get together and try because I've never had tofu.
It's actually pretty good.
I've seen some depictions that make tofu look bad and make tofu look all right.
It's a food. It's one of those things where it's a food. You don't just put it in anything. It's its own thing.
Yeah.
What's it called? Miso soup. They put blocks of tofu in them. The best. Absolutely good.
The best.
The best. Miso soup.
Oh.
But like tofu chicken or something like that, I don't know. It just.
Travis, what is a vegetable you don't like that majority do like?
Oh boy, this is a hard one. Because you guys know me, I don't like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Name off some vegetables for me. I'm really blanking.
Corn, green beans, collard
corn.
green, spinach.
You hit it. You hit it with the first one. I've had corn in context with which I do like, but generally I find corn to be very gross. How it's prepared most of the time.
You guys are making me sad.
No, dude, like a corn on the cob, like I will devour that shit.
Okay, high five.
If you're like pulling some cream corn out of a can or some shit, get that away from me, though.
Never had. Oh wait, no, I've had. I like cream corn. What's that one where they add like what is it, lime or something to it? Not like lime the vegetable, but like lime the chemical. What's that called?
No idea.
I really
no
do.
idea. I know people do some weird shit with corn, and it's some of that weird shit is way too popular, and it makes me ashamed of white people a lot of the time.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember what it was called, but no, I actually really do like cream corn. But man, you don't like corn.
I understand with you because again, like I said, it's only like maybe in the last year have I actually started to like enjoy corn. Again, I wouldn't say it's like wow, corn, hell yeah, but it's like oh, there's corn in that. Yeah, I could take some corn on the side, sure.
Yeah,
I'll eat it.
Like nice boiled corn with a lot of pepper on it, just so good.
Oh,
I really
gotta sprinkle
like
some
corn
pepper.
on the cob because there's something to the eating experience that makes up for like any of my
Yeah,
pick-
fun
Cock.
fact I told you about. Yeah, I just like to deep throat it. No, when I was younger, we'd always get like order from a farm
Cock.
freshly picked corn.
What? I'm sorry. Go on.
You say crickets, but I got someone in the live audience laughing at me right now.
He's not going to be alive much longer.
I'll take what I can get.
Preston,
Go on, David.
I was just going to say, no, they were just like fresh corn that was just picked. So
Yeah.
good off the sink.
Yeah.
First one that comes to my mind that's not peas is lima beans. I really I don't like lima beans.
That's not uncommon though.
There's a lot of beans I don't like, if I'm being completely honest.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a bean guy.
Yeah,
Really?
Let me look up a list of beans.
You got kidney beans, lima beans,
Don't like 'em.
black-eyed peas.
Nope, don't like them.
I'd pick you on black-eyed. You have to make it right.
Like green beans. Green beans are good as
Love
fuck.
green beans.
Baked
Soybeans.
You lost me again. Soybeans are almost the exact same as lima beans for me.
They're very good.
I cannot taste the difference between soybeans and lima beans.
Really? That's a huge difference in my mind because soybeans taste kind of like green and sweet a little bit. Lima beans have that weird thing you were talking to me about earlier that I do
peas
like.
mush.
Yeah, I like that about lima beans.
You like the mush?
Dude,
I've always known you can
Guys,
tolerate it.
I
but-
found Sir Beans.
Sir Beans.
I literally just typed in beans on Google and went to images, and I found him. The one, the only Sir Beans.
Hell's Sir Beans.
Only $75?
Dude, I know.
Who's Sir Beans?
Dude, I need to pick up a can of the Dr. Pepper baked beans. I need to figure out what those taste like.
Don't ever say that to me again.
I have. What is going on? Sir Beans and not Dr. Pepper baked beans.
Have y'all never heard of the fucking Dr. Pepper beans?
I've heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Really, they were.
Let's make some.
A couple years ago when they first released, they were everywhere because it's like, what the fuck, Dr. Pepper baked beans? But yeah, that's those right there. I've never had them. I don't imagine them to be very good, but
Also, Travis, I wouldn't say I like it like I actively like the mush, but it's not something that takes away from it. But I like the taste of lima beans. I guess.
Okay. I thought you were saying like you like the mush.
I didn't mean it like that.
I know you can tolerate the mush, and it doesn't bother you as much as it bothers us.
It doesn't even
But
face me.
I was about to like throw hands if it's
Oh.
something you actively like.
No, it's not something it's not even something that like it's not even something I think of. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm eating lima beans.
It's a
Yeah.
non-factor.
Yeah, it's like I love the taste. It's just what lima beans are supposed to be like. That's what it feels
Okay.
like.
I got a weird bean, but garbanzo beans,
Garbanzo.
amazing in a fucking like brothy soup, dude. Oh,
Actually, I know I've had them before, but I'm not remembering.
fun enough.
They're
I
like-
didn't know what they were called until after Dracula. Fucking garbanzo beans. Fuck you, man.
I was okay. I've had that line echoing in my mind since you first said garbanzo bean, waiting to say it.
Dracula.
This is just
Stole
like
that from me.
pluck that from your brain.
Camilla.
Yeah, I didn't know what these were called until the Dracula came out. I was like, garbanzo bean, because I walked past an aisle and I saw garbanzo beans. I was like, wait, those are actually good.
The fucker's on something. Hold up.
Roasted
cook.
garbanzo beans, dude, those look good.
Beans are one of my favorite like food types, like chili, bro, cowboy beans,
Okay,
baked
so
beans.
Kidney beans are good with a chili. Anything else, no.
They're good by themselves, just boiled. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna eat them hard, break my teeth, but
They're not that
I
hard.
will.
They're like a cereal crunch at worst.
I've never actually tried eating, like seriously eating a raw one.
And I don't say like most like lima beans and soybeans are the only two beans that I actively dislike. Or well, actually black-eyed peas as well. I really don't like black-eyed peas.
I'm picky about the black-eyed peas. So I'll give you that one.
But all the other beans are kind of like there's never a moment I would actively go like if someone makes food and they happen to be in there, I can eat the food. But rarely will I be like anything more than neutral about it.
I see.
What's your guys' thoughts on like uncooked ramen? Like taking a ramen packet, crushing it up, sprinkling the seasoning in, and eating that shit.
Never done that, but do you remember do you remember him from high school?
I knew him in passing. I didn't really know him.
It was so funny. We were in psychology. Of all classes, we were in psychology. And he's because you know how I think I don't remember, but the classroom had like 4 people to a little desk group or whatever. Dude was just going through his book bag and he pulls out, I believe, an instant
gun?
ramen chicken packet, like the whole packet. Like he just like pulled it out of the little carton box they come in and put it in his book bag. He pulls it out, he was like, "Oh, sweet, dude! I didn't even know I had this in here." He opened it, took the brick out, like sprinkled a little bit on the corner, and just bit straight into the block of it and started crunching on it. I was like, "What the hell am I looking at?
It's actually
What the hell are you doing?"
it's actually a popular Boy Scout thing to do is bring ramen and eat it.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm not doing. I'm not denying it. I know a
I
lot of
always
people do it.
shat on it until I tried it. It ain't that bad.
I
It's
wouldn't say
not
it's
like
bad.
better than a normal ramen experience.
Yeah, it's definitely not better.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's like surprisingly tolerable. It's like eating ramen flavored chips. Fuck you, David. Just
Oh.
throwing that out there.
Yeah, just randomly.
365 home market foods unsalted garbanzo bean by the ounce.
I'm looking at garbanzo bean farms. I wonder how they're harvested.
7.
Onions. I freaking love onions to the point where I could almost eat it like an apple. Seriously. When I'm cutting
You
up
know what?
onions, I'll actually eat them. I'll munch on them.
Onions are an overhated food, in my opinion.
Really?
My-
You like onions?
Yeah, I
Oh.
as the picky eater, I always see
Oh.
people bitching about an onion on their burger, and I'm like, dude,
Oh,
what?
they're so fucking
See,
good. That
you-
air high five on that one, straight up.
Here is my thing about onions. I do not like biting into a piece of onion unless it's an onion ring. Those are the only onion rings, and the blossoms that you get at like Texas Roadhouse are the only two
Oh, those are
exceptions.
very good. Yeah.
However, the flavor an onion brings to a food is unparalleled.
Yeah.
Like if there's an onion on my burger, I'll go, oh sweet, I'll take the onion off, but that onion essence on it is a beautiful. I love the flavor of an onion. I just do not like eating an onion itself, except for those few exceptions.
I fucking love onions. Like
Onions
I said,
are such a delicious flavor, dude.
I eat them raw.
I wouldn't be opposed to eating an onion raw, to be honest, just for the sake of saying I've done it before.
I think I
Oh, yeah.
tried that once, and it was after I read the book Holes. Have you guys ever at least seen the movie?
Is that the one with the bugs live in the?
No.
No.
It's the prison
Yeah, the
one where they're
the
digging
juvenile
holes out in the
prison.
desert.
Or it's the
But-
juvenile something, like, not concentration camp, but like,
Might as well.
Holocaust.
yeah, right. But it
No.
was like a
What?
a juvenile camp.
Oh.
No, David, not actual Holocaust. It's a fiction.
Okay.
Yeah. In Texas for bad kids to go. But in the book, they like escape from the place and they're out in the wilderness, hungry and thirsty for like hours. They finally find like a patch of onions and they eat it like apples. And something about that book was like, dude, I want to do that. That book
Yeah,
made onions sound so cool.
I've had crap like that.
Every dude thinks about eating an onion like an apple. All it takes is just that little piece of media to push you over the edge.
Yeah.
Nah, I've always liked onions that much. They're so good. Tomatoes. That's a fruit or vegetable, whatever you want to say, that I actually don't like.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge
I
fan
don't
of
like
tomatoes.
either.
Yeah.
Tomato products are fine, like a
Mhm.
tomato puree
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a paste, but like just a straight up tomato. No,
Even
it's
then,
too
tomatoes in
acidic.
food is good, except for like if you cook the tomato in a food, it's good. But
I'm
Right.
not a big condiment or sauce guy to begin with, but I will say ketchup is insanely overrated.
It's extremely overrated.
Yeah.
yeah,
There are a few things I like ketchup, but like I don't like ketchup and French fries at all.
really.
Nope.
Not even a little bit. Ketchup.
Okay, what about
hold on.
spicy ketchup from whatever?
No, it's a cheap spice. I
Yeah,
used to like it. I know I used to like it when that was the spiciest thing I'd ever eaten. But the second I branched out even a little bit to spicier things, like I realized just how cheap of a spice that is. It's just ketchup with spice.
Jalapeno.
Yeah,
added,
literally,
yeah.
it's like the cheapest spice to it, and I don't know. It's just not good. It just makes it taste like ketchup, but now your mouth is kind of hot. It adds no. I hate spicy shit that add no flavor. Spicy shit for the sake of being
Oh,
spicy.
yeah,
and
no.
flavor.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
how
dude,
spicy ketchup
Hot
tastes to me.
tamales.
Yeah.
Those-
We've
uh,
had this talk.
yeah, I hate spicy
But-
for the sake of spicy.
But I will enlighten you, motherfuckers. Honey mustard and French fries. Oh, it's-
Those are actually good. Yeah.
That is a bias thing because honey mustard I could eat with it. There is a time where I had
Dude.
a little the old McDonald packet, not like a little weird cup thing they had for chicken nuggets. I had one sitting around in my room for a while, and I got hungry, so I took a slice of bread, ripped it into strips, and dipped it in the honey mustard.
Yes, that is okay. Whenever you get chicken tender boxes from Whataburger, they always come with a piece of bread, and I always get honey mustard to eat my chicken tenders with. But when I'm done, sometimes one time I was like, you know what? So I dipped the little piece of bread like toast they gave me. The shit was so good. Bread and honey mustard is actually really good.
That Whataburger bread is amazing.
It really
I'll
is.
often get the chicken strips just so I can make a tiny little chicken sandwich out of the bread.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
They only give one
Act like
piece.
SpongeBob at giving a little blanket to the Krabby Patty.
Oh,
yeah.
But no, that stuff's good.
Dude,
Okay,
honey
what's
mustard
y'all's
kills anything.
opinion on horseradish? I fucking love horseradish.
I'm kind of indifferent. I don't think I've had it enough to properly give it, but I don't.
Okay.
I cannot remember how I like or dislike it. Like, I don't remember having an awful experience, but I don't remember having a great. I think I'm just in a weird, like, dead zone of haven't had it enough to really remember it.
Let's see.
Never
Travis. Really?
Never had.
I don't know if you'd like it.
What about Worcestershire
It's got an
sauce?
intimidating name.
It's a. I don't know if I've ever had Worcestershire sauce. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think I've ever been in the opportunity to even try it.
See, Worcestershire sauce straight is like drinking soy sauce straight. You never ever eat it straight. It's just
Salty.
like I don't know if that's salty, but it's just kind of like that same thing where you would
Is
never ever drink it straight. Or
Is
like,
it close to A1 sauce tasting? That's what I imagine, like a steak sauce.
No, really.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. Because again, like you rarely ever you never drink Worcestershire sauce. You eat stuff that has
No.
Worcestershire like dashes of it in.
Yeah, you don't drink ketchup, but
Yeah. Well, some people do.
Speak for yourself.
V8 juice.
If
I
my
actually
icon
like
could look at Travis any harder, it would.
Wait, do you, Travis?
No, I said that in a
Okay.
bit. Calm down.
Okay.
I hate ketchup.
I will admit, I have on multiple occasions just like taken like a little cup of honey mustard and just licked,
See, crap
licked
like
it.
that is fun.
Yeah.
Did that
I-
with ketchup. It's just regularly doing it. That's strange, and we should put you in a concentration camp.
Yeah, if you're like sipping straight out the like condiment bottle, just squeezing it into your mouth.
Like,
Like honey mustard, I've done that before, like at least twice. I fucking.
I mean,
love honey
you're not
mustard.
doing it regularly still, so it's okay. Don't keep making it worse. Don't keep escalating, Preston. Don't reveal
No, I'm
something
sitting.
horrible.
No. What else do you think I marinate my toes with?
oh, I'd lick your toes with honey mustard sauce.
Bro, no, you're gonna ruin my honey mustard crust between the edges.
Oh yeah, that's the part I use the bottom incisors to like scrape off.
Get a little skin along with it because it's just been caked on there for so long.
I was gonna say yeah, it's like exfoliating with my bottom incisors.
I don't. I would like y'all to challenge like a reasonable food to pair with honey mustard. Not like, and I say reasonable because like pudding and honey mustard. Probably yeah. No, like at least somewhat reasonable food to mix with like. I could probably take like a fucking like a wedge of an apple and dip it in honey mustard and have a good time. Like, I
yeah.
love honey mustard so fucking much. Like, try to find me a somewhat reasonable food to pair with honey mustard, and I'll try to
banana.
find. I'll fucking do it. I'll have to. I don't think I have any. Surprisingly, I don't think I've been in stock of honey mustard.
Preston, there is it's not the sauce at all, but it's a honey mustard flavored pretzel. Have you ever tried those?
Oh, those things, yeah.
What is it? Utz? Is
They
that the
taste-
brand? Utz?
They taste nothing like actual
Isn't
honey
it
mustard.
isn't
though.
it the weird fucking like tall bags, like the
Yeah,
tall skinny bags?
They taste more
I
like
see those all the
mustard than
time.
honey mustard.
I know exactly what you're talking
Those are very good when you're in the mood for them.
Yes, I think they're worth trying because even as someone who's not like, I don't dislike honey mustard, but I've never been the biggest fan. I enjoyed those quite a bit. I think it's because it's a way more mild version. Like David said, it's not really exactly 1-to-1 honey mustard.
We should make a channel in the Discord called Honey Mustard Things, and once a week I will try a suggestion of honey mustard plus something, and I'll report back at the start of the podcast. I would be so fucking down to do something like that. I'm curious to see how far
Condom.
my love for
Condom? Oh,
But I would love to see how far my love for honey mustard goes. Like, what am I willing to combine? Like, what would be the point where I go absolutely not? Like a banana and honey mustard, I think I could like that.
Five Guys.
And they bust on my eyes, they eat my ass.
I'm gonna put the honey mustard pretzels in there, so you'll have to dip honey mustard pretzels into honey mustard.
Dude, I actually. Oh.
Oh, you actually made the channel? Hell yeah. Banana.
Oh, that's a banger to start on.
I'm actually kind of curious.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it on live on live stream on podcast.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Watermelon would be weird.
Yeah, that's actually something I was thinking of.
It just why does it sound like David is fucking gooning over there? Yeah.
He's really liking the concept of you eating phallic foods with
How
sauce
the
dripping
fuck
all
is
over.
watermelon phallic?
I was thinking of the banana. Please just give me this one.
Ball. Cucumber.
No, I just give it to Travis.
Alright, but if y'all want to conspire against me and just put stuff in there.
Do you like tuna? Take a can of tuna, mix it in with honey mustard. That's good. I'm serious. I love tuna.
I like tuna. I just have no idea how to prepare tuna. Like straight from a can. I don't think I'd ever eat tuna straight from a can because you always mix at least something in it. I got no idea how to do it.
Let's see. Shut up. Shut up. No, you take the can. What we always do is you open the can up a little bit and then you just drain as much oil. It's the oil that tastes really nasty.
Yeah.
But after that, instead of using mayonnaise, most people use mayonnaise as like a tuna base. Use like honey mustard as a tuna base. Make it.
You wanna hear some shit? You wanna hear some shit?
Yeah.
I fucking hate mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I'm picky about mayonnaise, so.
There's not a mayonnaise I like out there. Like mayonnaise and sour cream, I don't like.
Oh, I hate sour. Oh, I fucking hate sour cream.
Anytime I'm handed a taco and there's sour cream, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even eat it.
I think
Not
the
even,
only
like, scrape it out and then I don't even. I just let it sit there. I just kind of look at it.
That's actually one thing I agree with you on, that about just being picky about like sour cream. I think the only sour cream I ever like is from Sonny's when you get a loaded baked potato. Little sour cream packet they give you. For some reason, that's actually pretty good. But I hate sour cream.
Shall we wrap this up? This hour and 40 minute.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dap me up. Okay. This. Let me see. All right, let me do outro time.
Outro.
Dun dun dun.
Hey girl, you smell that? Me neither. Start decomposing.
That's an old one. Nice. All right. Thank you for listening to the Kewlcast podcast. This has been not really a topic. We found our topic, but we just kind of like we're just talking. This has been a catch up episode.
The sauce episode.
The sauce. Yeah, the sauce.
The reunion special.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been an odd one, but hey, we're back. It'll be slow, maybe, but we'll be back. We'll be back again.
We'll be
We're
back.
in
Oh
your
yeah.
Anywho, I have been your host, Scotty. You can find me at ScottyBurr on YouTube, SCOTTYBURR, and you can also find me on Twitch, same handle. Joined by my co-host, Travis.
You can find me on YouTube at tmankewl5355.
And co-host, David.
Hello. Check out our Instagram, the Kewlcast podcast. I'm David, and it was nice being a co-host.
He's leaving.
We're killing him. All mentions to channels and links and pages and all that in the description. You can find our videos generally uploaded. Maybe not this week, maybe not the week after, but we're going to be slowly getting back on track. Podcast uploads on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. and gaming videos uploaded on Fridays at 12 p.m. Yippee!
Yippee!
Alright. And with that, we all bid you adieu.
Yes, sir. Make sure to like and subscribe and press the bell button.
Oh, you belt, never mind, unnutted.